My name is Fraser.
My name is Mark.
And we are the hosts of the geekiest show alive. To the outside world, we're ordinary geeks.
But in the Fab International Studios, we talk comics and find other geeks just like us. This is Geek of the Week.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, yeah. It's Trade Off.
Never a
Get
tune.
your comics from the loft.
That's lovely. Well done.
At one point, I'll get in sync with the thing. Now, if you're wrecking this, you're like, wait, what? What's happening here? We've mixed the order up a bit.
Why not? Because
Why
we
not,
can.
innit? Whatever floats your boat, innit? So, this week on Trade Off. Oh, actually, no. Let's dial it back a bit. Trade Off is basically a part of the show that me and Mark and I like to do. Because Mark and I finally... Oh, I got it now.
Well done.
Mark and I have very different tastes when it comes to comic books. I'm very much a child in my ways. I like a good old Marvel, DC, Archie, good, happy-go-lucky story. Sometimes they're not so happy-go-lucky.
To be fair, you gave me Craven the Hunter a few weeks back. That was not happy,
I was just thinking they're not all so happy-go-lucky. But if you wanted to insult me, you'd say I read like a child.
But that's your taste,
which is fair.
It's not that I don't like those books.
Mark is more adult, and I don't mean in a not safe for work kind of way. He likes his sci-fi, he likes his horror. If you wanted to insult him, you'd say he's an Image fanboy.
Well, there are worse things to say about me.
Exactly,
dear.
But no, he's very much like into the whole independence, and it's a good dynamic I feel like we have here, and it works. So Trade Off basically is the part of the show where we give each other trades. We trade off.
We do. We take it in turns. One week we have something from Fraser, which is usually Spider-Man, and then the next week we have something from me, which is usually Image.
Yeah. But this week
we know what we like.
Well, this week it's not Image or Spider-Man.
No.
What?
But it's my choice, and it's from an independent British publisher, TPub. And it's it wasn't released as a comic at all. It was released as a full-on trade from the very beginning. It's called Twisted Dark by Neil Gibson.
Very twisted and very dark.
How did you find it? Because I knew giving you this that obviously I'd read it and I loved it, and I knew giving you this you'd kind of like it's one of those things where it's you have to stop and just pause your life when the bad stuff happens.
Yeah. Did you think to yourself, I potentially corrupted my young innocent friend here? Or did you just think, it'd be funny though, won't it?
Bit of both.
Now, it's funny you said that. You just take a pause and take a breath in life for this. Because of Christmas and stuff like that, I was like, right, I know I've got to read Twisted Dark. I'll leave an afternoon for it.
It definitely wasn't a Christmassy feel, was it?
A whole afternoon, yeah. It was... So I didn't get to take a break. I managed to binge the whole, I think, 190... No, it was a lot of pages. And it was, very twisted, very dark. It reminded me of Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. And it was...
Yeah.
Even the nicest of stories. Well, no, there was a twisted, dark end to it. My two pick-outs for me... story-wise, with a father and son one, I thought, this is really nice, and then at the end it's like that reveal is like, no, it's all an illusion in the guy's head. The son's been dead for 6 years. I was like,
that was horrid.
No.
Horrid.
I was like, oh my goodness. Brilliantly done. Excellent. Like, that's what I want to say about all these. Like, they did scar me and hurt me emotionally, but they were all excellently done and, perfectly manipulated me emotionally, which is amazing to do in a book.
Nasty dark horror that didn't need graphic gore to just ruin you. It
reminded me very much of like Black Mirror in that sort of sense of like all the episodes are like sort of a twisted tale, and they weren't too interconnected or something like that. But, you just kept reading, and it's like you didn't need to read the before ones after. And...
Over the 6 volumes of Twisted Dark, they do become more interconnected, and stuff from the first volume actually ends up influencing something in the last volume, and it's just wonderful. Just
very, very dark. I did also enjoy the cool little quotes before each story. I was very happy as well to see Robert Downey Jr. was one. I mean, it was one about his addiction.
Yeah.
But I was just like, hey, Iron Man's in this.
Suppose he was.
But definitely enjoyed it. I'd probably, if I just found out there's 6 more volumes, I might read some more.
I'll lend you them.
Might just have to take a break and compose myself. But I will say, great stories, great story. I don't know if enjoy's the word.
And that's the thing, isn't it? I love stuff like this. And then I take a step back and I'm like, what's wrong with you? All this sadness and darkness and evil. Why are you reading this rather than something that's happy and light and stuff?
I might have to, it might have to be like a double feature. I might have to read this and then read like some happy-go-lucky Archie tales or something.
Yeah,
like
get yourself some Archie.
Good old Americana and stuff like that. And then when the two combine in Riverdale, I'll be well prepared for it.
What did you think of the artwork? Did you feel that the black and white...
The black and white definitely suited the what they were going for and stuff like the whole themes and motifs all the way through is like, it's twisted and dark, it's black and white, and it's painting that picture on the world like it's a black and white, like you're seeing it as a black and white world. Everything's like... But it's one of them, because they say black and white, you see things in black and white, you see things as they are. But you don't in this world. It's like they all get flipped on your head and you're like, oh, okay, I thought I knew something. I did not know that.
Do you know, there's actually a volume called Twisted Light, which is...
Everything nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have to read
they
that.
They did that, the same author, Neil Gibson, did that as a kind of like, I can write stuff that's nice.
It can be nice. I just choose not to be. But I definitely recommend it. And if you're like me, you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. Don't do it all in one. Do sort of compose yourself and sort of...
Yeah. You pause between each one.
Take breaks, go outside, see the happy side of life and then go back to it. Maybe read it with Twisted Light so you get a bit of both worlds.
Indeed.
But yeah.
No, I'm really glad you liked it.
La.
Yeah, it wasn't
perfect Christmas. To be fair, I made the schedule, so I did it on myself, really. I didn't really think it through. But yeah, lovely. And if you guys have read this, we want to know your opinion as well. If you've read all 6 volumes, I'm sorry. If you need someone to talk to, I'm sure Mark will talk to you.
We're here for hugs if you need.
I'm not emotionally ready for it, to be honest. I'm still scarred. That was Trade Off, guys. So listen to Geek of the Week. Be sure to tune in next week. Same geek time, same geek channel.
And if you want to follow us on social media, it's at GOTW Radio on Twitter. Search for Geek of the Week Radio Show on Facebook. And to listen again, it's www.mixcloud.com/Geek of the Week Radio Show.